Gogmazios is just around the corner, so I put together the best builds for every weapon to make sure you take down Gogmazios no problem. A few disclaimers: these builds are not speedrun optimized, but they are optimized for comfort DPS. I will be providing 2 builds per weapon type, one with the regular charm and one with an optimized charm. I will also be mainly using Ardian weapons, seeing as they are the best weapons in most scenarios with exceptions. However, the typical alternatives I will suggest will be Zoshia weapons for dragon type damage and Guardian Rathlos or Rathlos for fire damage. Since we do already know that Gogmazios will have an elemental weakness system, meaning you want to utilize a fire type weapon when he's coated with oil and a dragon type one when he's not. One last thing, I left most single slots open for customization per player, but here are a few suggestions. For optimized DPS builds, I recommend enduring jewels or stamina jewels such as physique or marathon runner. And if you wish to play more comfortably, I recommend skills like gobbler or divine protection. It's also important to note that Mirewalker jewels might also be effective for oil mobility, but seeing as the fight isn't released quite yet, I can't guarantee that. Most importantly, if you have any questions, drop it in the comments below, and while you're there, subscribe and like the video if this video helps you out as well. That's enough yapping, let's hop right into it. Let's start with the realistic greatsword build. Our weapons this time around are a Fire Ardian greatsword with 4 attack rolls and 1 sharpness roll, and the true Shadowbringer greatsword. Meanwhile, the build consists of 2-piece Bale, 2-piece Gamma Nu Udra, 1-piece Gamma Ray, Challenger Charm, and Rocksteady Mantle. Slotted inside our Fire Blade is a Focus Blaze Jewel, Crit Boost level 3, and Crit Eye level 3. Similarly, we slot in Focus Dragon Jewel at Crit Boost level 3 in the Shadowbringer Blade. While our armor has 3 Challenger Jewels, 1 Tenderizer, Chain, and Mighty Jewel with 4 empty slots to play with, which gives us these set of skills, but the main things to note are the benefits of Dark Arts increasing the damage output of level 3 charges, which also pairs amazingly with Resentment, Bad Blood, and Dark Side, giving this build peak stats of 322 True Raw, 62% Affinity, and 666 Fire Element. If you are lucky to find a perfect charm with Focus level 3, Agitator level 1, and 3 slots, use the same build, but slot in your gear like this, giving us a slightly better set of skills with 6 slots to play with new peak stats of 334 True Raw, 62% Affinity, and 626 Element. But that's it for Greatsword, let's move on to the next one. Longsword builds also utilize Fire and Dragon Ardian blades with 4 attack rolls and 1 sharpness roll, or 3 attack rolls and 2 sharpness being optimal. Using the classic 2-piece Beta Lagi and 1-piece Gamma Udra, Ray, and Duna with Exploited Charm and a Corrupt Mantle, dueled in for Master's Touch, Crit Boost, and Attack in our weapons, while the armor is slotted with 4 Challenger Jewels and 1 Tenderizer, Counter, Chain Jewel with 6 empty slots to flex around. With these incredible set of skills for peak stats of 305 True Raw, 65% Affinity, and 360 Element. But paired with the Master's Touch Agitator Charm with 3 slots, using the same build slotted like this time around, gets us a better set of skills for new peak stats of 312 True Raw, 77% Affinity, and 360 Element. And that concludes Longsword, so let's hop into the next. The Sword and Shield build utilizes both a Fire and Dragon Ardian blade with 4 attack rolls and 1 sharpness roll, while the build consists of 2-piece Omega, 1-piece Gamma Ray, Udra, and Duna with the Mighty Charm and Corrupt Mantle. Slot both our weapons with Crit Boost 5, Offensive Guard, Iron Wall Jewels, and our gear with 5 Challenger Jewels, 3 Tenderizer Jewels, and 1 Counter for Roar and Protection Jewel, leaving a single slot open, giving us these skills with the main point to talk about being Resonance 1, giving both an affinity and attack boost in multiplayer lobbies, which gives us peak stats of 340 True Raw, 50% Affinity, and 340 Element. If you get your hands on a perfect charm with Master's Touch and Wide Range level 4 with 3 slots, use the same build, slot it in like this, gives us these new set of skills with a new highlight of Wide Range 5, making the build extremely overpowered for online lobbies, peaking our stats at 335 True Raw, 66% Affinity, and 340 Element. That wraps up our Sword and Shield builds, let's move on to the next. Dual blades also utilize a Fire and Dragon type Ardian blade with 3 attack rolls and 2 sharpness rolls, or 4 attack rolls and 1 sharpness roll being optimal. Composed of 2-piece Gamma Udra, 2-piece Beta Gore, Gamma Ray braces with counterattack charm and Corrupt Mantle. Slotted in our fire weapon with max element, razor sharp, Mind's Eye, and Handicraft, and our dragon weapon with max element, razor sharp, crit boost 3, and Handicraft. While the armor has 5 challenger jewels, 2 sane jewels, 2 sprinter jewels, 1 counterattack jewel, 1 physique jewel, and 1 counter jewel. For these set of skills, for peak stats of 364 true raw, 45% affinity, and 464 element. Pair the exact same build with a master's touch, Agitator Charm with 3 slots. Slotted in like this gives us a better set of skills for better stats of 349 true raw, 61% affinity, and 464 element. That's it for dual blades, so let's move on to the next one. This lance build utilizes 2 Ardian lances rolled with 3 attack rolls and 2 sharpness rolls, with the build composed of 2-piece Beta Lagi, 1-piece Gamma Udra, Ray, and Duna paired with a counterattack charm and corrupt mantle. Thought are weapons for max element, offensive guard, razor sharp, and guard, while the armor has 4 challenger jewels, 1 chain jewel, 1 counterattack jewel, 1 counter jewel, 1 jumping jewel, 1 evasion jewel with 4 slots open. For these set of skills for peak stats of 329 true raw, 65% affinity, and 480 element. But pair the build with the charm equipped for guard 3, agitator 1, and 3 slots. Slotted in like this for these set of skills gives peak stats of 331 true raw, 65% affinity, and 480 element. That's it for lance, let's move on to the next. Gunlance builds always utilize the Guardian Artfelt Gunlance, and I decided to pair it with an Elemental Charge Blade just for fire damage. This build is the most unique, utilizing 2-piece Beta Ebony, 2 Gamma Udra, 1-piece Gamma Duna with Challenger Charm and Rocksteady Mantle. Slotting the Gunlance with Load Up, Artillery, and Attack 1, while the armor has 2 Challenger Jewels, 2 Chain Jewels, 1 Counter Jewel, 1 Furore Jewel, and 5 empty slots to work with. For these set of skills, gets us peak stats of 359 true raw, 5% affinity, and 390 element. But pair with the Golden Age Charm with Artillery 2, Attack Boost 1, Agitator 1, and 3 slots. Slotted in like this with 7 free slots to work with. Gets these skills for peak stats of 357 true raw, 0% affinity, and 390 element. Which wraps up Gunlance, let's move on to the next. The best Charge Blade build is an Elemental Focus build utilizing a Fire and Dragon Ardian Blade with 4 Elemental rolls and 1 Sharpness roll, with the build of 2-piece Gamma Udra, 2-piece Beta Gore, Gamma Ray Braces, and Mighty Charm, and Corrupt Mantle. Followed in our blades with Max Element, Crit Element, Load Up, and Handicraft, while the armor has 3 Challenger Jewels, 2 Chain Jewels, 2 Sane Jewels, 1 Phoenix Jewel, and 3 empty slots to play with, giving us these set of skills for peak stats of 281 true raw, 67% affinity, and 860 element, using the same build with Historical Charm with Low Shells 2, Coalescence 2, and dual slot and a single slot. Jeweled in like this offers these set of skills for new peak stats of 271 true raw, 67% affinity, and 920 element. That concludes Charge Blades, so let's move on to the next weapon. Switchaxe is rocking a Fire and Dragon Ardian Blade with the typical rolls, while the build utilizes 2-piece Beta Lagi, 2-piece Gamma Udra, 1-piece Gamma Ray with Challenger Charm and Corrupt Mantle. Slotted in with Power Prolonger, Crit Boost, and Crit Eye in our weapons, while the armor has 3 Challenger Jewels, 3 Furore Jewels, and 1 Chain, Counterattack, and Jumping Jewel, leaving 2 slots open to play with. Gives us these skills for peak stats of 325 true raw, 77% affinity, and 340 element. Paired with the Golden Age Charm with Crit Eye 2, Attack 1, Agitator 1, and 3 slots. Slotted in like this for these skills gives us new peak stats of 328 true raw, 85% affinity, and 340 element. Which wraps up Switchaxe, so let's hop on to the next weapon. This hammer build again uses 2 Ardian weapons rolled with 4 attack rolls and 1 sharpness roll, while the build is composed of Beta Fulgur Helm, Alpha Fulgur Braces, and 1-piece Gamma Udra, Ray, Duna with Power Charm and Corrupt Mantle. The weapons are slotted for Focus Handy, Attack, and Crit Boost 3, while the armor has 1 counter, Counterattack, Challenger, and Chain Jewel, with 3 empty slots to play with, giving us all these skills for the peak stats of 317 true raw, 100% affinity, and 410 element. Paired with the charm with Focus 3, Agitator 1, and 3 slots. Slotted in like this gives us these set of skills for peak stats of 322 true raw, 92% affinity, and 410 element. That concludes the hammer builds, let's move on to the next. Hunting Horn builds primarily use Arcveld Hunting Horn, but it's paired with the Fire Ardian Horn with 4 attack rolls and 1 sharpness roll, using a mix of 2-piece Omega and 1-piece Gamma Udra, Ray, and Duna with Exploited Charm and Corrupt Mantle. Slotting in Horn Maestro, Attack, and Max Element in our Ardian Horn, while the Arcveld Horn is slotted with Max Handy and Razor Sharp, with our build slotted in with 4 Challenger Jewels, 3 Mighty Jewels, 1 Counterattack Jewel, 1 Counter Jewel, and 1 Protection and Shockproof Jewel. To get all of these skills with peak stats of 317 true raw, 35% affinity, and 330 element. But pairing it with the Historical Charm with Attack Boost, Max Might, and Dual and Single Slot, using the same build slotted in like this gives us the better set of skills For new peak stats of 326 true raw, 35% affinity, and 330 element. This build is great for a mix of support and DPS in online lobbies, but let's move on to the next weapon. Insect Glaive builds also use fire and dragon attack Ardian blades with 4 attack rolls and 1 sharpness roll, utilizing a mixture of 2-piece Beta Lagi and 1 piece of Gamma Udra, Ray, and Duna with Challenger Charm and Corrupt Mantle. It's important to slot our weapons with Flight, Master's Touch, and Crit Boost, while the armor is slotted in with 3 Tenderizer Jewels, 2 Challenger Jewels, 2 Refresh Jewels, and 1 Counter, Chain, and 4 empty slots to work with, giving us all these skills for peak stats of 310 true raw, 65% affinity, and 340 element. But paired with the charm equipped with Master's Touch, Agitator, and 3 slots, using the same build slotted in like this, gives us skills that bring us to new peak stats of 330 true raw, 65% affinity, and 340 element. That wraps up Insect Glaive, so let's move on to the next weapon. This bow build utilizes Fire Ardian bow with 4 elemental rolls and 1 attack roll, and the Guardian Arcfeld bow as our dragon bow. This build is a mixture of 2-piece Beta Gore, 1-piece Gamma Udra, Ray, and Duna with the counterattack charm and evasion mantle. Slotted in our fire bow with max element, spread up, Tetra Shot, and 2 points of ballistics, while the Arcfeld bow is max element, spread up, and 2 points of Tetra Shot. Meanwhile, the armor is composed of 3 Tenderizer Jewels, 3 Physique Jewels, 3 Sane Jewels, 2 counterattack Jewels, and 1 evasion Jewel. For these set of skills for peak stats of 274 true raw, 61% affinity, and 560 element. Using the same build paired with a charm with Spread Shot Up, Adrenaline Rush, and 3 slots. Dueling in our build like this gets us these set of skills with peak stats of 274 true raw, 61% affinity, and 560 element. Which wraps up our build, so let's move on to the next weapon. For the bowguns, I compounded them together, utilizing a Serregio's heavy bowgun with these modifications, and a Fire Ardian light bowgun with these modifications rolled for 3 attack rolls and 2 capacity rolls, with a build consisting of 2-piece Beta Gore and 1 piece of Gamma Udra, Ray, and Duna with a Challenger Charm and Corrupt Mantle. Slotted in Spread Shot Up, Ballistics 2, and Tetra Shot in our heavy bowgun, with max element, Tetra Shot, Rapid Fire Up, and Ballistics 1 in our light bowgun, while the armor is slotted for 3 Sane Jewels, 2 Challenger Jewels, 1 counterattack Jewel, 1 Tenderizer Jewel, 1 Jumping Jewel, and 1 Chain Jewel, giving us all these skills for peak stats of 260 true raw, 60% affinity on both our bowguns. Meanwhile, paired with a Golden Age charm with Ballistics 2, Tetra Shot, and Adrenaline Rush with 3 slots, slotted in like this, gives these set of skills for the same peak stats of 260 true raw, 60% affinity, but with more comfort. And that wraps up the bowguns. That concludes all build showcases, but everything will be changing very soon. So make sure to drop a like and subscribe, as I will be re-optimizing every build based off more statistics post title update 4 update. And in the meantime, you can check out these other videos over on my channel, as I post more than just tutorial based videos. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys very soon.